a continuation for our Nicole's News Network today, September 26th. And we wanted to get in, Lindsay Bessing, our business manager, and myself, get into the weeds with you a little bit on our Focus initiative. We started a new element July, and we have increased compliance with our HIV, Hep C, and now syphilis screening, but we have less tests and processing. So we want to talk to you about what that means. So yay, kudos to all of you. Thank you for listening.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely. And I hope you saw the flyers that we've put out and the little blurbs that we've put on your computers in triage. I hope that's helping you. The reason for this really is to kind of explain further why it's so important to select the correct option for the patient. So if a patient comes in, you know, Nicole's my patient, she comes in through triage, and when I get to the focus screening selection part of it, which should be high up on your priority list to ask. I know you have so much to ask in triage, so I apologize. But there are three options essentially. And the way that I need to explain to Nicole is that if there are any lab tests drawn today, during your stay, right? Like, we're not going to draw a lab test for this, but if any of them are drawn today for any reason, would you be willing to opt in to also being screened for HIV and other communicable diseases, you know, which now includes syphilis starting in July. And there's three options that can come out of that, right? So there's do not assess or cannot assess, and that really should only be used if a patient is literally not accessible, right? Like, they're not coherent, they're not maybe mentally with it, they are not speaking to you, or they come in like a trauma or something like that where they bypass the triage process altogether, okay? That really should not be selected for any other reason. And then you have yes or no, okay? And what we're seeing a lot with the compliance is that a lot of the times the no is selected, and we just want to really make sure that it's not kind of a default select and keep moving kind of thing, that you're really asking the question and that the patient really understands the purpose of the test, right? The test is so that if they're getting lab work, which they're already getting anyway, it's not an extra stick, it's not anything additional that they have to do, it's no extra cost, that the test will be ran and that we can let them know and help them with any other communicable diseases that they may have. And it's a really big, kind of a passionate project that we should all be invested in. So kind of getting them to that yes is very important, because it's going to save a lot of lives, because those obviously will spread if they're not aware of what they have and don't have a treatment plan. And if you don't know about Focus, that's the whole purpose of it, right? Is linking them to care and getting them in a treatment plan.
And this is the first time we've seen the results like this. So we really wanted to do another recap with you guys to educate you, because in the past, we have had great compliance, you know, and great understanding. And for the most part, the patients that get asked this question do say yes.
Right.
So when we saw this trend of you guys are asking the question, but there's a ton of no, that's not normal. We've never seen that before. So if you feel like that's valid from our population in the community today, then come talk to us. Because that's not what we've seen. We've done research on this. We just did a presentation on it. So we're invested in helping our community. And as nurses, we want you to understand what we're doing, and it's, you know, it's free to them, like Lindsay said, and we're going through this, we're linking them to get all these resources in the city because of it. And then hopefully it decreases and we have less and we have a healthier community.
Exactly. And there's really no reason that, unless they have been tested before or they're already aware of their status from a very recent visit, for them to not get tested if they are getting that lab work already done. So like Nicole said, if you're getting that no feedback a lot, let us know, because maybe we need to go back to the question, or maybe we need to do a little bit more research on exactly what we're saying in triage or something like that.
Because there should be a small population of the non-applicable, right? And that is really the true patient that cannot answer the question. And then if you're asking, we've normally seen a small grouping of no and then the yeses. So we're just trying to make sure that people understand, and we're explaining it too. So if you need our help, let us know. We're happy to come out to triage and explain it more. I just want to piggyback on that. People have asked about the way the question is written and changing it. So it is something that we can explore. I do know when we rolled this project out initially, it took us probably almost a year to get it through legal, and legal had us ask the question in this fashion. We can try, we can go back, we have a new legal team, we have people invested to say, you know, maybe we could change it, we might get better compliance that way. So we'll go down that route, we'll ask. Can't guarantee it, because this was the way it was designed. So just wanted to explain that a little bit, because that question had been asked to me in the last month, and I explained that. But to all of you, we say never, it could change, and we'll try if we think that's necessary. So we'll monitor a little bit more.
But for now, just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. Just try to make sure that you remember the reason why, why behind why we're doing it. And from a business perspective, think about it as the more people that we do get involved in this testing, the more that this grant is going to allocate to us, right? So the bigger that this project could be, and the more people we could save.
Yep, absolutely. All right, well, thanks, Lindsay.
Thank you.
If you have any questions, let us know.
Yep.
Have a great day.